Yates, I'm coming at you live again today, vertical mode, YouTube. All right, hope you're having a great week so far. I know we're looking at what, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to all of you. And I'm glad to be joining up with you today live again. I'm building momentum, everybody. I started with 1 day, 2 days now. This is, I think, almost 3 days in a row, going live at least once during the day. And I'm doing some learning again, as I always do, and sharing that with you. And I'm learning how in the creative space, things are changing. And that's what one person I was watching was saying about how they were changing up how they were creating content online. And it made a lot of sense to me. He was saying to start it out with information, right? People were sharing information. They made videos about information they were sharing with people. Listen, that's done, right? Because let's face it, you, me, all of us, at the tip of our fingers, we can have all the information we want. We can put any question into ChatGPT, boom, like that. We have answers to anything that we want to learn about. So it's no longer providing information. You're no good to anybody providing information strictly for the information. We can get that anytime, 24/7 with our phone, ChatGPT, free version through Google, forget it. Then it became entertainment. People wanted to be entertaining. They wanted to be funny. They wanted to do all sorts of crazy things to keep people on their platform for as long as possible. So we went from information, entertainment, craziness, trying to keep people on a platform for as long as possible. Now, this is going to be the new phase, everybody. The new phase is going to be perspective. Sure, all of us can have the same information. We can all get the information, but the perspective that we bring from trying that, implementing that, or having experience with it, that's our own perspective. That's unique to us, just like your fingerprint. You are a unique individual. There is nobody in the world like you, which is so crazy good, because a lot of people are going to relate to you. They're going to want to learn and share things from you, with you. And some people are going to be repelled by you. They're not going to want to hang around you. Hey, if I've learned to accept that myself, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea either. But that's okay. As we learned in yesterday's podcast, right, we could care less. That means we could care a little bit less how what people thought of us or their opinion of us. We don't want none. We just don't want too much. The most dangerous criminals and people in the world are the people who don't care. They don't have any shame. They lie, cheat, and steal, and they say, they could care less. No, they don't care at all. We could care less. But that's going to be the new way going forward, is perspective. You're unique. Your way of doing things unique. People are going to want to learn and know from you. And so the information we can all get. Entertainment was the next way, but the new way is going to be perspective. What's our perspective in the information that we learned and then we put into use? This is how it reacted with me. I want to acknowledge you. Hey, you're driving home. Be careful. Wear your seatbelt. Philadelphia, is it cold? Do not type. I don't want you to have it crash. Thanks for checking in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. As always, I try to bring you big energy the best I can. I was actually watching Tony Robbins, and he was talking his experience with Jim Rohn, and he was asking Jim Rohn, hey, how come all these nice people, this person's a nice teacher, and they're struggling. This person is a billionaire, you know, he's okay, but what's the difference? Why is one making billions, one is making, you know, pennies? And Jim Rohn said, listen, they're all good people. They're good people. They're all the same. They're equal in God's eyes. They're just not equal to the marketplace. You've got to learn to bring more value to the marketplace than anybody can imagine. You're going to get paid by the value you bring. It's like the person starting at McDonald's, the introductory job, right? They're not meant to stay there. That's meant to be the bottom of the ladder. You don't get a lot of pay for that because you don't add a lot of value at that level. You're meant to go to the next tier right away. Don't stay there too long. Anybody can learn that introductory level in an hour. That's why they don't get paid that much. You're not bringing and adding that much more value. So you want to add more value. And that's why Tony Robbins said to himself, okay, I've got to learn to find a way to add more value. And he tries to do this in all his companies, like 120 companies. How can I add more value to the customer? So much more that they could not imagine, because that creates raving fans. And satisfied customers fade away. Raving fans, they hang around. Got to be extraordinary. And how do we get to be extraordinary? It's not about doing extraordinary things. It's by doing ordinary things in an extraordinary way. As a matter of fact, the thought just came to me. Someone attributed this quote to Bruce Lee. Let me know in the chat if it's actually from him. He said he doesn't fear the martial arts person with 10,000 moves. He fears the guy or gal in martial arts that's done one move 10,000 times, right? Spaced repetition, mother of skill. That's what we need to do. And listen, I was preparing for a podcast that I'm going to do today. I got 10 pages of notes, right? Trying to get better and better every day in every way. Thanks for checking in. We got a lot of people chiming in here. Do not crash. I see a couple of people say they're driving. Do not crash. I don't want to be responsible for that. I always want to bring value to you above and beyond. I want to be the person you turn to. Maybe I can lift you up in your day, pass it on to the next person. But Tony Robbins was talking about today. We have to start with mental and emotional state. That's got to be the first thing. Before we try and go after something or to improve or get a new skill, before the strategy, before the how, we got to be in an unbeatable state so that we have certainty. Because when we have certainty, we're going to be unstoppable. So we need to start with our state first before we get to the how. And I was talking about this last week when I was talking about picking a goal, picking the what. Get really clear on what we want. And then who after that. Who's already done this so I can model what they've done. And then the how is going to come later. But if we start too soon with the how, that answer in our brain is going to come back, I don't know. And we might get uncertain too quick, discouraged, distracted, and we're going to get disgusted, busted. We won't be able to be trusted, and then we're not going to get anywhere. And we don't want that, do we? No, we don't, because we're meant for more. That's why you're here. I appreciate you. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I know when I'm going live in vertical mode, a lot of people jump in and out. And so if you're just jumping in and out in the shorts feed, hey, thumbs up, thank you, heart, appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. I had a friend, just pops into my mind. Sorry, I have no teleprompter, no notes. I'm going from brain, heart to the mouth. And I'm confident and I'm okay with that. As long as you understand, there will be mistakes, there will be flubs, but that, you know what we really need nowadays, I know I crave this. Let me know if you crave this, authenticity, right? Rawness, things are too polished. Things are sometimes too much where I can't tell if it's AI or it's fake, and I don't want any bullshit, fakery. I need real, authentic, raw, one-to-one connection with you. I had a friend in a gym that I go to, South Beach Fitness here in Indian Harbor Beach, Florida. Paul, what a great guy. Positive energy, positive mood. And at the end of my weight training, I would always see him in the back when I went to the boxing area to do where I jump rope at the end of my workouts. So I went to skip rope. He's always back there either hitting the speed bag or he's hitting the heavy bag or he's doing his stretches. The guy's 86 years old and he's in there 3-4 days a week getting it done. Drives up to the gym, jumps out of the car, bag, boom, and he goes in and gets it done. That's why I was shocked to find out 2 days ago he passed away. And that hit me in the gut. Boom. Not Paul. Paul can't have passed away. Paul is strong as an ox. He's in the gym 3 to 4 days a week. I know he's in his 80s, but full of energy, smiling, and we have great conversations. And so I was really saddened last night. I know that's a normal emotion. However, I quickly got over that emotion because I was talking to a friend and we came to the same conclusion. Hey, Paul, he lived to the end. 3 days ago, he was driving to the gym, getting out, working out, great conversations with people. He went to bed a night later and he died in his sleep. What a way to go. No suffering, no downhill. He was looking strong as an ox. The day before he died, he was going to the gym, getting it done, interacting with other people. And so, nothing to be sad about there. 86, listen, the big theme of things, whether it's 12, 86, 100, our time here is so sparse and so quick. We want to make use of every minute. We want to add value to every minute. Yeah, for me, that's sometimes learning how to be if I can be a better person, if I can learn how to communicate better, then guess what? Everybody around me gets the benefit from my self-improvement. So it is actually a gift you give to other people. I got to acknowledge some of my new friends here. Maria Juarez, how are you? Hi. All right, good to talk to you, Maria. Creepy Mass, thanks for showing up. All right. Autumn, Laney, thanks for showing up. All right. Hey, glad you guys are saying hi to each other. It's all about community now. That's what it's all about. It's about community. I don't care what that is. I have several communities, right? I have my tennis club community, right? I got my gym community. And now, because of an impending divorce, I'm at our townhome now. I have a new gym. So I have two gyms because now in my townhome here, I am near a crunch. So I've joined that crunch. So now I have two gym memberships. I mean, I never really wanted two, but it works out because sometimes driving to the beach gym is 15 minutes, but sometimes the crunch gym is 1 mile away. And I'm not going to miss my workouts. I am in momentum. I don't want to stop. I don't want to miss. Thank you all for checking in here. I've gone live here because you know what? It adds to the family, increases the reach, and you know I'm coming at you from the heart, authenticity, raw, crazy Cliff Yates, live, no teleprompter. Well, there's a couple notes that I wrote down, but that's for the podcast. Other than that, no, from the brain to the heart, out the mouth. And so, listen, you showing up means a lot. Your time is important. So if you haven't already, subscribe. I'll see you in the next live, or go check out the other videos on the channel. All right, everybody.